Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku was creation or creator of monsters. Yeah. It is a fusion of what if Deku had creation and a what if Deku catch the eye of the vampire. Huge shout outs to Ravenclaw what if before we start. I know that he didn't give me this idea, but I'm a sharer, not a keeper. So, yeah. Wow. Sorry. So, in this parallel universe thing, some random guy called a monster creator filled the world with monsters. And, of course, humans and monsters have to live together. Have to. So, yeah. And this is what he looks like. As when he died, he shared his power, or his power transferred into a person, a human that will be born. And his name is Izuku Midoriya. As Inko and Sashi is a... Yeah. Or actually both of them agree. As they both gave birth to Zuko. And then at age of 4, they went to a Quirk doctor. It's not just a normal, human kind of Quirk doctor. He is the, he's a monster kind. So, yeah. So, he looks like, as he tells Zuko that he does have a quirk. And use it wisely. As the quirk was actually nuclear explosion. Or actually, not nuclear explosion, limit. Because his actual power could create different monsters. Because he gave Zuko that power. And yeah. So he hangs around with monsters. Of course, only people that are humans that he hangs around with. That doesn't creep him out more than others. Bakugo and his gang. But there was one particular monster that has a heart for him. Fell in love, basically, for him. And you might see her. Yeah, it is her. And she Ing could tell that he's very, very rich, powerful. And yeah, she couldn't control herself around him because when they're in class, she has to put her head down to keep herself steady. Yeah. As a couple times her mother comes in, gives her blood to make sure that she's okay. As then now 15 in and Zuko is really good at hiding his emotions. Like literally. Like when every time he sees her, he has a heart for her, like fell in love with her too. But he hides his emotions so well that even his parents couldn't even think about it. So yeah. Then and no, I wasn't like trying to bore you with like that little detail thing about the like long time ago this creator of monsters created all the monsters and told them to go. Yeah. So they lived a peaceful life. Like sea creatures that are like sea monsters are helps them fish and the harpies helps them with and the flying like air things to make sure that they don't like overdo it. Yeah. And such and such. So yeah, so she ends up trying to figure out what he usually does. Like he doesn't show any emotion or he hides his emotions real well as he's like calm, cool, collective. And yeah, he actually didn't tell them that these so Bakugo until Bakugo says, "So, what was your quirk, by the way? I forgot to ask." "Oh, my quirk's limit, actually. I can limit myself and limit you or your friends to, or I could remove your limits completely." Ooh, that sounds like interesting. Like if you wanted to remove my limit, you would have big explosions, right? Yes. Ooh. And that's only a quirk that I do have. I'm basically useless in most situations. But Izuku doesn't know that he is the reincarnation of that man's power. So yeah, it's like his power took on a more human-like appearance. As 15 goes up, or no, he's now time skip to 15. They go to UA. Of course, she's the rich kid in that. So she gets class 1A. As, yeah, Zuku gets class 1B. Yeah. So I'm basically skipping or actually, during the USJ thing, Zuku ends up, or actually class 1A and class 1B works together at the USJ. And she basically couldn't control herself. And she starts trying to cover her eyes away from him. As when they got to there, I do have the pictures. When they got to there, the villains pop out of nowhere. They started attacking. As the Nomu went for Mr. Aizawa, because Shiraki-san told him. As something clicked, and as he gets passed out, no, as a portal opens up, and a monster that's 20 times, or it's like size of the Nomu, as he looked, or as the monster got told to assist him, or to kill only the Nomu. As he grabs the Nomu and eats or rips off his brain, devours him. As the portal closes, as the monster went back into the portal before, and Zuko woke up like, what the heck just happened? I blacked out. Oh. As she doesn't remember, or he doesn't remember what happened during that blackout. But they did. He looked at them and told them that I don't remember that. And Mr. Aizawa looks at him. And has a bag of tricks up his sleeves. As the, yeah, as he gets up, oh, fully, man, um, I think I hit my head too hard. As blood dripping down his forehead. As he grabs a towel. Well, as he steps outside, shakes it off. As he, yeah. So he sits outside. And, of course, who else was sitting out there with him? Class 1B and Class 1A. Until a pro hero shows up. Because the villains, Sharkusen got away with Kirigiri. And Izuku ended up sleeping in the bushes. And he tries to remember what has happened. As he was sleeping. As, yeah. As one of the pro heroes, like the one that spews out ectoplasm, one of the ectoplasm's clones, one woke him up from his little nap. As he yeah. As plus he also didn't realize that she was a vampire. Anyway, till something. Of course, then he went to the hospital. His mother came, and yeah, when they checked on his head, they told Inko that it's just a concussion on his head. He might be. I'm surprised that he didn't lose his memories from that. Huh. As, yeah. As Inko's like, huh. Yeah. As, yeah. So then, sports festival, or actually, I'm skipping the sports festival. Well, because before the sports festival, she asked her mom about the like, because after ESJ thing, yeah, she asked if one of the days that and the yeah, so and we cut over to Izuku sleeping as in his own body is like a forge as he sees a man with a mustache and the goatee. Him. As he was like creating these monsters that have different purposes in their own lives. One had looked like a vampire girl. She's about the same age as her, with more pinkish, purplish hair. And the next one was a giant frog with silver fangs and all that stuff. The that could that could kill everyone with a single bite. It could crush everything. So yeah. So then, yeah. In, so when he woke up, after talking to him, um, as, yeah. As, yeah. So then, I'm skipping the, like, internship because I don't really know what internship should he be in. Yeah. And, yeah. So Zuko was basically. So then at Camp Park, he learns how to control his powers of his, like, quirk, removing things. As he wants to learn how to. But when he used it on everyone else, his quirk evolved. Um, as he starts puking out blood. And as everyone and couldn't believe, as he tells, or as a quirk manifests into a new, most powerfulest quirk. That can never be obtained through normal circumstance. Like, when I say normal, it means like people can't be breeding so fast. So, but Zuko wasn't the normal person. He was a power of, or he's a reincarnation of the, yeah. So, his limit turns into a something very, very powerful. He couldn't control his body as it, like, as he sliced the as Mr. Aizawa tries to, like, cancel his quirk, but it was too late. Zuko went Super Saiyan. Yeah. His his quirk is universe. Like the entire multiverse, universe, galaxies, everything that you could think of fused into, and the quirk part was evolved into his abilities. So once he breathes it in, breathes it out. As she walks to him slowly, try not to spook him. As he gets up, he's still coughing out blood. As he was like, man, what happened? As she brought the napkin for him, as she could tell that he's more powerful when his quirk was removed or has evolved, to his abilities. So basically, he's quirkless, but as Bakugo saw him, and he starts crying or tearing up as one of the pussycats and actually told them that he's going through evolution stage. It's a new type that we haven't discovered yet. So, Ribbit, what do you mean, Ribbit? New type. Well, see, everyone else has quirks, and then the monsters, and then but there's ones that has the abilities to when Zuko is the think I know what his abilities are. He's the reincarnation of the creator of the monsters. It stirs. And when she heard that, she could not believe. That her boyfriend, that she didn't want to tell him about. Huh? She thinks that her boyfriend is that reincarnation. So she accepts him as who he is. As, yeah, the Bakugo says, wait, so you're saying that this is the evolution? Yes. His quirk, or limit, didn't want him to surpass his own human state. See, he removes everyone's quirks, but all of us also removes your human side. Basically, turning all of you into monsters. Your own deepest, darkest fears of a monster. That represents your quirks. But he did it to himself. Oh. Or he actually did it to all of you. But why aren't all of you changing? Changing into it. As a spirit of during that evolved thing, Izuku talked, but not in his normal voice. It was his voice. As he goes something like this. Because I reason why they are transforming into the most powerfulest creatures versions of themselves is because he didn't want, or he didn't want them to get infected by the monster powers. So I chose not to infect them. His body is evolving. So now we are truly one. As she heard about the creator of monsters, from her mother, that he was a powerful man, and once he puts all monsters into this your world and such and such. Yeah. Basically, yeah. So the League of Villains came and kidnapped Zuko because his power everyone could feel it. Or actually, the monsters particular could feel the aura of Izuku Midoriya's as they were, their eyes start to become sharp as they could feel the aura of him. So yeah. And did you like my little impersonation of trying to make a something like a dark earth voice or deep voice? In three, in two, and one. Sorry. So yeah, the Zuku who, after he was done evolving into a that man, and he's immortal. He's about the same size as the him, but on a whole nother level. Sorry. And yeah. So then they took him, and then All Might versus All for One. The All Might in, or no, All for One is about to shoot the Mega Beam. But before killing him, or before a battle starts, they All for One tells All Might that this is the golden opportunity to bring more monsters into this world, to take it over. Imagine monsters with unlimited power to create endless blood. As All Might says, as they, why, you'll be dead with us. And then that battle. But then, out of nowhere, Zuko appeared. Out of nowhere, right in front of All Might, as he says, it takes a lot to, as he wasn't his human state. He was the monster that evolved from his own hatred for for All for One, as he starts attacking, or actually as he says, guess it's my turn, am I right? As everyone's shocked. Like, that tack doesn't phase through. As Zuko runs up, as he used his, as he wasn't the, so he created portals to, and he created a lot of monsters. And yeah, and all of them everyone or every single monster that was in the world came to assist him. And man, do you want me to give you details of it or not? Tell me in the comments below. Oh, he will not do it, but just a picture flesh ripping from someone's bones, breaking the bones, and drinking their blood. Every torture thing, but max millions. Yeah, all for one is dead. So of course, who was also involved was her mother. As her mother turns, and she introduces herself as, like, something. Crystal. Well, I'll just say Crystal. As, yeah, the of course, she says, I heard a lot about you, Zuko, from my daughter. How much she wants to date you and get married to you, kind. As Zuko finally or he was in that monster mode, but she could tell that he's embarrassed. Out of everyone from the entire series, she is the only one that could see right through it without any embarrassment. As, yeah. And she also tells him that I could also sense that you really love her back. I'm okay with you dating my daughter and getting married to her. As she, like, whispers that into his ear of it. So, yeah. As he starts, like, turning red, like he's trying to hide it again. As, yeah. As all the monsters went back to their posts. And, yeah. So then the as yeah, basically she ends up leaving too, and then when he leaves, or when he came back to school, Nezu wasn't like he wanted to, like, of course, says this, how do you feel about bumping up to class 1A? He says sure, because you're after seeing your performance of how brutal you could get. As, yeah, who was, or, and one of the girls like Ochako, or not Ochako, Momo ends up trying to steal him, as she wouldn't allow him, or she won't allow any other girls to even get near him. As Momo grabs is one side. You know where, like, in Rush Vampires? Hold on. Come on, ladies, my name's. And this is what I mean. Sorry about the last part, but this is what I was referring to. Between Momo is where the blue-haired girl is, and her is where that pink-haired girl is. And Zuko is in the middle, like trying to fight each other's others over him. So basically, yeah. So please wait for part 2 to come out.